And how did that move come about?
In general, good. For soccer, not great.
Okay, can you specify?
Yes. So basically, I moved in the United States in August, and September 24, I tore my ACL the same year, so like a month later.
Okay.
And it was like the third game I was playing in the States, and I tore my ACL, which is very unfortunate. And I didn't get to play for that team, for my old school a lot. Obviously, my freshman year was redshirt because I couldn't play, and my sophomore year wasn't, but I played 100 minutes, something like that, in the whole season.
Okay.
And we went to like playoffs and opening round and everything. We played so many games, and I played 125. So soccer was definitely tough, but I don't regret anything. I don't regret the choice of moving for sure.
The injury, your ACL, you talked about, how did you handle that?
I think I handled it good, but still it was very hard. My old school, obviously I was only there for a month before that happened. So yes, I had friends, but they weren't like close friends, and I had to go to physical therapy off campus, and obviously I didn't have a car. So that was a whole struggle because I need to find people to drive me there and drive me back, and it was like 15 minutes away from campus, and it was 3 times a week, like at 8 a.m. in the morning. So, they have known me for a month, and now they have to wake up at 7:30 to drive me to physical therapy, which they did. But sometimes, people forgot, and I had to call them, and then I was late to class, and then I didn't have time to have lunch. It was like a big thing, and then I was here by myself. That was probably, I had the surgery here. My dad came here when I had the surgery, so he stayed 15 days in the States with me. But still, then he left, and I was by myself again, and still I wasn't able to walk when he left. So that's for sure. I think it was the hardest moment of my life as of now.
What did you learn out of it?
Uh, I guess in general, from the 2 years at Columbia, I learned, and then all the transferring process here, I learned that if I can do something once, I can do it again. That means, I decided to change my life coming to the States, and then I decided to change again to come to Grandview, and now I'll change again moving somewhere in Europe to work. And so I'm for sure not scared of changing anymore. And obviously that turning my ACL was another big change in my life because I never saw, like, I'm not living soccer the same way anymore because, at least for me, it's always in the back of my mind of like, don't get injured again.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like also to just, get along with that and being out for so long and getting back, that's definitely a crazy thing to like live with. And then in your situation, I'm guessing it really grew you as a person.
Yeah, and coming back and still not playing,
Yeah.
So I was like, I worked so hard to come back, and you're making me play 5 minutes if we're winning 9-0. I don't want to do that. Like, I know my value. I don't want to do that. And my old coach always used the excuse of my knee, like, oh no, because you've been injured. Yes, 1 year ago, I'm fine now. Like, I didn't want to be the injured player forever for 4 years. And so, yeah, that was another driving factor for me.
Thank you for listening to this episode of The World of Sports. I hope this conversation sparked your interest in sports and the people behind it. If you enjoyed this episode, feel free to share it with a friend and leave me some feedback in the comments. Once again, thanks for joining me in The World of Sports.